I have loved having the opportunity to co-lead this book club with Jennifer Pusateri, our coach and our author of the book Transform Your Teaching with Universal Design for Learning. And I think if I was to name one takeaway, it would be that when educators proactively plan instruction with an awareness and an intention to remove barriers, they're amazed by the changes that they saw in their classroom. I appreciated the collaboration among our educators, their reflection and new strategies that they tried, and their persistence in reaching students where they're at. I think the one question that constantly resonates in my mind is, who is average? And I haven't found the answer.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Lopez. I teach 5th grade math and science at Rifus, and I've been in the UDL book club this entire year. And something that I think is really helpful, or like a quick tip to help remove barriers for your students, is sometimes it doesn't have to be pre-planned, for weeks or months in advance of how you're going to change your lessons. Sometimes I just look at my plans for that day or for the week during my prep, and I think of how can I make this easier on myself and for the students? What would make them more successful? So some small changes that are quick that I've made is maybe we're writing a claim evidence reasoning response in science, and I know certain of my emerging bilingual students might have difficulty with that. So I might add some sentence starters, and I'll just kind of copy and paste it into their Google Classroom, template that I have. Or I know that we're reading something independently, so I will quickly make a video of myself reading it and post it on Google Classroom for students who need that. Or even if I have a study guide that I was doing and I noticed that there were no pictures with the vocab words, so I just copied them in for everybody because it was digital, and it kind of allowed me to make quick changes. So those little things are really helpful. And once you kind of start doing that and practicing, you kind of anticipate what things will make kind of your life easier, so you can receive less questions during a lesson and then make your students more successful as well.
I thought the Universal Design for Learning book was wonderful. I also felt the troubleshooting approach was the most helpful, since you name a problem you're having in the classroom and reframe it so you as a teacher can do something about it. In my opinion, the most important part of the troubleshooting approach is to ask the students if what you think is the problem is actually the problem from their point of view. I found this to be so informative because I had honest conversations with the kids about what's going on in class. Also, remind the students they're not in trouble and you genuinely want to know what they think. They appreciate this willingness to listen on the teacher's part. I found my students very receptive to this discussion, plus they've come up with some great ideas to try to solve the problem. In my small groups, the students have voted on which ideas they liked best, and we even tweaked some of those ideas. The student suggestions have been implemented in my small groups, and it has helped the students, and that is always a positive thing.
The +1 approach is a UDL strategy that I learned throughout the book club, and I will commit to using it within my current role, and you can use it too. The +1 approach allows you to anticipate barriers and plan proactively to address them within your lesson. So this could include providing an additional source. It could include adding an element of choice in your assignments or your assessment, or just providing access to materials and notes in a different modality than you historically have. So when you think of just adding one more way for students to be engaged, it doesn't become overwhelming, it becomes manageable. And in this way, it becomes possible to integrate UDL tomorrow and when designing all of your future lessons.
Hi, this is Samantha Sladkey. I'm the ESL teacher at JP Case, and I wanted to share that one of the takeaways that I got from UDL training for breaking down barriers for students, a quick tip, would be to just engage students by letting them make the choices on assignments that reflect their learning in a way that is relevant to them. And this is especially important for our English language learners who respond well to real-world applications that make sense in their daily lives. In the same group of students, there may be some who enjoy creative projects to express their ideas where words and vocabulary fall short, but others might prefer something more concrete. So giving them a choice board, such as the one on the screen, would be a good idea to help them to buy into what they're being taught and to lower the effective filter that often impedes their progress when demonstrating what they've learned.